Good morning, everybody. Willie the Bam Johnson. Just wanted to put out thanks and gratitude to Master Billy Blanks. I call him my spiritual advisor for having Master Billy Blanks in me and my family's life. Always returning my calls, always being there, keeping me connected to the principles and traditions of spiritual development, turning it back to the Bible and remembering that God controls all things, moving by faith, not by sight. I thank you so much, Master Billy. I thank your wife. I thank your family. I'm just honored. I'm at a loss for words as I just think about you and think about the great things you have done, and knowing that you are like my spiritual mentor. I remember coming up on the circuit, as a little kid, sitting amongst the great people like Master Billy, Cynthia Rothrock, George Chung, Keith Utabayashi, Roger Tung, Peter Morales, George, come on, it just goes on. Sonny Onawa, Nasty Anderson, Arlene Lemus, all these great martial artists. And at that time, I called myself a water boy. I'm the bat boy. I'm just sitting amongst the greatness, hearing what they say, knowing when to speak and when not to speak, because I'm just showing respect. I'm just honored. I'm privileged. And I remember watching Master Billy being on the front cover of Karate Illustrated and seeing him, with his intensity and his techniques, seeing him come on the circuit and counter, Master Steve Nasty Anderson, God bless his soul, with the cartwheel kick to get around and becoming a world champion that one year, going, out there just destroying the competition and witnessing his technical excellence of executing incredible, sharp, accurate technique under pressure in competition. And as a kid, I just sat back. He never really said much. He was a quiet warrior. And I just was honored to just be in his presence. And I remember when I was going through my stuff, I was homeless. I was, out there living foul, going downhill with the choices I made. And I would pick up the magazine, or I would go to Blockbuster, and pick up the movies and seeing Master Billy and movies, seeing him on, sports competitions on NBC and all that stuff, man. I was just honored. And then seeing him in King of Kickboxing, that was just another level at itself, So I was inspired by Master Billy when I was incarcerated. One of the people that really stood out was just the stories that I heard about how he trained and how, if I'm correct, he trained like a maniac, in practice. And when it was time to go in competition, he was already prepared. So he was my hero that inspired me when I was incarcerated and got me to get up and got me to push and got me to fight forward and believe that no longer can I cheat myself. Because all the time when I was competing, I never really practiced. I had natural ability, so I would show up, to tournaments and not even practice and win first place and sometimes grands, but I was never consistent. And it was through China, my trip to China, and then, and in my moment of being incarcerated, that I remembered what I heard about Master Billy Blanks. So I held on to that, and I used it as a, example to push forward. Bringing it current, I remember being invited to come to the Wesley Snipes show, Masters of the 21st Century, when Blade first came out. A great event. You haven't seen it. It was historical. The greatest martial artists on the planet. And me and my wife and my family was invited, and me and my wife was invited to perform. And I remember it was after I did the A&E documentary that Master Billy was there, and I took a picture with him. And man, he told me, he said, "Come here, I want to talk to you." And we went in a little private screening room, and we were there for hours. And man, I am so thankful, Master Billy. That was the one moment of all the times I knew Master Billy Blanks that he sat down and he gave me, I'm talking wisdom and knowledge, and showed me how he was always looking at what I did and my responsibilities and why I needed to step up. And he told me that what was coming was something major. He didn't say the name, but it was this Billy Blanks Tabo on the way. But I think the thing that was more impacting, he gave me his little Bible. It was like Kung Fu, you showed up at this place, and this great master that you looked up to and you heard about talked to you, and he said, "Here, take my personal manual and walk the earth." And I'm telling you, through my darkest moments, that Bible came in handy. My wife will tell you, Master Billy, I continue to read that Bible and use that Bible, and it helped me through some of the most darkest moments. And I remember sitting back one day watching TV, and boom, what showed up? The Tabo infomercial. that thing that changed history. And I would sit back there, man, and I would like, man, I wish I get a chance to meet Billy, like Master Billy again. Oh man, I used to pray and hope that Master Billy could be in my life again, and what can I do with him? And it wasn't even about money or connections. It was just his presence. I just wanted to be amongst that greatness and get direction and have him a phone call away. And I remember as time went on, man, I was doing a Point MMA event with my family, and he was there, at Eric Kovalevsky's, God bless his soul, event. And I went and I started doing the mixtape interviews with Art Camacho and everyone. And then I interviewed Master Billy, and he just told me what my responsibilities were again and how proud he was of me, and told me that Point MMA was the next level. And the rest is just history, man. The rest is just not even so much history for other people, but a confirmation for my connection and my love, and, my commitment to listening to him and following him and being honored for him to be in my life. And I say to you, Master Billy, thank you for just giving me so much guidance. I'm honored. I'm honored to have you in my life. I'm honored to know that I can call upon you and get direction. I'm honored to just know that because I played my part and I was a humble warrior listening to your words and every great martial artist's words, that I'm able to stand on the shoulders of giants and have you in my presence and have your direction, your mentorship, your coaching. And I'm just so honored. I'm at a loss for words. And if I haven't told you, I'm saying it again. I am so grateful for you, Grandmaster Billy Blanks, for everything you have done for me and inspired me and helped me through the darkest moments and gave me hope and showed me what my responsibility is. And I will never let you down. Most importantly, as you would tell me, I would never let God down. So therefore, I would never let you down or anyone else down. I am here to do my work, sir. Thank you.